Hello class 11 students. In the last part we have seen that Lakshmi is very alone in the house. She is completely ignored by her husband. They do not have any children, and as soon as she knows about the arrival of the train, she hurriedly finishes off her meal. She keeps on belching, but at the same time thanking God for the filling meal. When the train arrives, she gets a seat by the window. She dismisses the coli with two annas, and then she prepares two betel leaves and she puts them in her mouth. Her mouth is filled with that red dribble, which she would eventually spit out. The arrival of the train did not disturb Sir Mohanlal's saffron, that is, ability to keep calm in difficult situations. It is even when the train arrived, he was quite relaxed in that way. How he continued to sip his scotch and ordered the bearer to tell him when he had moved the luggage to the first class compartment. So he told the bearer to let him know that when the luggage is put in his compartment, and then he would go and board the train. Excitement, bustle and hurry were exhibitions of bad breeding, and Sir Mohan was eminently well bred. Okay, so he never showed any kind of that hurriedness to board a train or any kind of excitement. That was not a sign of being well bred. That is, it was not a sign of being properly educated in that sense. He wanted everything tickety-boo and orderly. Tickety-boo means everything perfect. In his 5 years abroad, Sir Mohan had acquired the manners and attitude of the upper classes. So he kind of tried to always show off his English manners. Okay, that how well he had learned the English ways, and he always consciously maintained it. He rarely spoke Hindustani. When he did, it was like an Englishman's, only the very necessary words and properly anglicized. So we have already heard that he spoke in anglicized Hindustani. So he spoke just like an Englishman would do, and only whatever was necessary. But he fancied his English, finished and refined, at no less a place than University of Oxford. So he spoke like any native English man from Oxford. So he had learned that kind of a pronunciation. He was fond of conversation and like a cultured Englishman, he could talk on almost any subject: books, politics, people. So he adopted everything that was English, and he tried to train himself exactly like an Englishman. He was so much in love with that country and manners and everything. So, and he was fond of conversation, and he could talk on any subject: books, politics, people, anything. How frequently he had heard English people say that he spoke like an Englishman. Even the English people admitted the fact that he spoke just like an Englishman. Sir Mohan wondered if he would be travelling alone. It was a cantonment, and some English officers might be on the train. So he did not want to travel alone. He wanted if some Englishman could give him company. And it was a cantonment. Cantonment means place where military people live. So he wanted, if he could see, means if some Englishman would enter the train, and then they could have a good conversation. His heart warmed at the prospect of an impressive conversation, that is with an Englishman. He never showed any sign of eagerness to talk to the English as most Indians did. As most Indians, whenever in general Indian, when they see an English person, they are very eager to talk to them. So Sir Mohan never showed any such eagerness, though within his heart, deep within, in that way to say, he always wanted to start a conversation, but he never directly, or it was never very evident from his manners. But what he did, he devised various ways, with the Times, cigarette case, whiskey, all these things he tried to draw the attention. Nor was he loud, aggressive and opinionated like them. Okay, loud is generally, in those times, Indians who would love to speak with Englishmen, they would try to put their own opinion. Aggressive means they would be very kind of volunteer to speak, and they would very easily express their opinions, all these things. But Sir Mohan never did anything of that sort. He went about his business with an expression of matter-of-factness. He would retire to his corner by the window and get out a copy of the Times. He would fold it in a way in which the name of the paper was visible to others while he did the crossword puzzle. So what we find is that Sir Mohan, he would never he would be his own self in that way. Whatever he might think, he would never express it very directly in that way through his actions. He would just sit in a corner, and he would take out the Times, and in such a way so that the name of the newspaper is visible, and he would be doing the crossword puzzle. We stop here today. We'll do the rest of it in the next class. Thank you.